I grew up in a fishing family. I grew up on the docks on a boat. When I turned 18, I went king crab fishing. Like, that's what you did. This is our family. Every male in the family's gone fishing. It's just what happened. And it's funny because I always swore I wasn't going to marry a fisherman, because I'm like, oh, I want to raise my kids and have a husband that's home all the time. And I had this idea. And so what did I do? I married a man who's been in the business his whole life. His grandfather was in the business. Being a wife isn't sitting home anymore, because we have a boat that has quota. You can't fish your quota and manage it also. You have the permit issue, you have the regulations, you have to lease fish, you have to it's not as easy as it used to be. I do a lot of that work while my husband is working physically on the ocean. I'm also the co-president of Newport Fisherman's Wives, a local nonprofit that helps educate people about seafood, also helps families in need. It started as a group of women that got together to support each other. Most of their husbands were gone in Alaska most of the year, so they were basically a support group for each other. And then it morphed into something else when the fishing community locally had some needs that weren't being met. We have community support programs. Right now we're in one of our biggest ones because of COVID. We lost a lot of our markets, the restaurant markets we lost. We lost our overseas markets, so a lot of boats have been sitting around. A lot of the small guys rely on each season. They can't miss a season, they can't miss a trip, so it's been really devastating to the families. We are trying to just support families. We are going to supply them with fuel cards for gasoline. We're going to supply them with paying past due utility bills. We have scholarships for fishing families. We do a similar program at Christmas to help fishing families between the shrimp and the crab season. There's a little gap, so right around the holidays is when people are kind of struggling the most. We have a great group of women. We're really lucky. Not many ports have this. The ports that do have a hard time maintaining members because it's grueling. It's very emotional work. It's the most rewarding thing I've ever done, but it's also the hardest thing I've ever done.